get that money, dummy, do it for the love. And I'm hungry, did I mention money? Cop cars, now I need that airplane money. Hardly laugh in the ghetto, being broke ain't funny. We built for this homie, yeah, we run the streets. You see me everywhere, jeweled up, tucking the heat. Yo, I rap for the hustlers, put my life on this beat, we all we got.
What's up, Fight Fam, and welcome to Boxing Bros. Don't adjust your sets. Don't adjust your phone. Whatever you're doing, it is true. It is real. Trill Dollar Bill is here in the building. Trill,
what's going on?
talk to the people, brother.
Did you miss me?
What's up, Trill?
So anyways, this is the YouTube version of us recording our podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. If you're listening to our podcast, we appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe. My brothers, introduce yourselves.
You know what it is. It's your boy Trill.
This is G.
And it's TBE, baby. What's going on?
Ned's already a step slow. All right, we haven't even started yet. Ned's already a step slow. All right,
It's
so
the feedback. It's the feedback.
the first topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is David Benavidez. David Benavidez won his fight last night. He stopped Angulo in the 10th round. Angulo looked overmatched, and his corner finally said, all right, man, looks like you had enough. Our starts went off with G. What were your thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, listen. In that division, I always said David is a murderer. Like, that's the one guy I was like, Canelo, you get permission to duck him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's too dangerous. He's just too dangerous, too big. To me, he's too big even for that division, you know? And so it kind of sucks, man, that he lost. He got stripped of his title, you know, because he didn't make weight. I think, obviously, you know, this is a Corona season, so it's hard to, you know, get training in and sparring in and stuff like that. So, you know, I hope his team could, like, petition something to get his belt back, you know, because we're in some, you know, unprecedented times. But in regards to that fight, man, Angulo, respect to Angulo, man. He's a dog. No pun intended, like the other Angulo. But he went hard, man. But he took mean shots. Like, even the jab was devastating. The uppercuts, the hooks. Like, he just ate everything. And that, like, at the end of each round, when you notice, like, Angulo's walking to his corner, he just looked like a defeated man. But that last round, round 10, yo, he took, I think it was like 3 uppercuts. And his face looked like it was wrinkled up from the uppercuts. And if I was his corner, I would have did the same thing. Like, yo, bro, you ain't going, yo, we don't want any parts of this Benavidez kid. And we done, you know? And so respect to his corner, man. They did the right decision to protect this guy's career and his future and, you know, his brain cells, man. So, yeah, Benavidez, he's a monster.
Trill Dollar Bill, did you get a chance to catch the fight?
Yeah. David Benavidez is everything what G just said. I truly believe that this weight issues has something to do with, like G also said, him being too big for this weight class. I believe, like, he could go up to 175 and compete. Anybody that you put David Benavidez in there with, who is not in the top 5, this is what the fight's going to look like. Like what G was saying, one thing, I think he should be given a chance to be able to fight for his title, to get that back. Whether this was a mistake, even. All right, okay, all right, cool, all right.
Trill's back.
Because I don't want, even though David Benavidez is a little bit of a, this is not the first time he lost his title. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do I gotta bring up the book and sugar? You know what I'm saying? Because he lost it because of that. he lost it because of that before. He lost his belt because of that before. Now this issue, right? Shoot, if he was on it, he would have made weight. He damn if he do, he damn if he don't. I don't know. But I agree with everything G was saying. But even though David Benavidez, this is the second time he done lost.
Hey, you agree? G wasn't saying that though.
No.
Right though, if he was on it, I'm underweight. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Hey, you know what? Welcome back, Trill. Oh, Ned.
Playing at 160.
It's shout out to David Benavidez for doing his thing last night. You know, he did what we all expected him to do, and it sucks that he had to get stripped for his belt because he came in 3 pounds heavier. But David, yo, you gonna get it back, and you know who we all respect your game out here. You know, it's nothing crazy, and if you play with the candy, yo. I can't say, yo. I can't say, yo. Just,
yo, Trill's back to influencing right out the gate.
What to say?
Just move cautiously, David, and just eat right, yo. Just eat right, yo. And you know, he probably was a little thirsty. Drink some water before the weigh-in, and that's probably it. He probably drank some water, yo.
I mean, you guys are crazy, dog. All right, so I agree with Trill. Anyone who's not in the top 5, who's not elite, if you throw him in the ring with Benavidez, it's going to look like that. In fact, it's going to look even worse because Angulo stood up to some shots that, like, you know, I love boxing. I love seeing the knockout. The one thing I don't like seeing in boxing is when someone is taking a beating so badly and every punch that lands, I'm just like, oh my God, like, ooh. And I start yelling at my screen like, stop the fight, stop the fight. Like that's what I don't like. Those are the type of fights that I don't like to watch. And that was just one of those fights where I'm like, Angulo, like, you're hoping for a home run. It ain't gonna happen. Like it's over. Just stay in your corner. And his trainer finally said, you know what, I can't send this boy out there again. And he stopped it. So that was a good thing. Like, so those are the type of fights that I don't like to watch. You can't throw anyone in the ring with Benavidez unless they're elite. So on that note, we'll talk about this right here. David Benavidez tweeted after the fight, got the victory by stoppage again. You can say what you want about me, but these dudes can't keep up with me in the ring. All the ish they talk outside the ring ain't going to help them when they get put in front of me. I'm either going to knock them out or make them quit, and that's a promise. Now, he's saying that, and you may be saying, well, like, yo, where's that coming from? Right? So Caleb Plant.
Caleb's funny. Caleb's hilarious. I liked it when he was crying.
Yeah.
Caleb's hilarious.
Pull up Caleb Plant real quick.
Caleb Plant don't want those problems.
All right, let me share this. Caleb Plant said, I thought a fat boy who keeps losing his belt but can't get that B back said some. And here's Caleb.
Yeah, that was like a perfect 10, too.
And, of course, that was directed towards David Benavidez. Now, you know, he probably loses like some eye drops or whatever to make the tears come down. Now, Trill, what's your thoughts on how Benavidez, what he wrote after, and Caleb Plant? You think it was directed to Caleb Plant? And if so, is that a fight you want to see? Like, and what's your thoughts on that?
Of course, it was directed at Caleb Plant. These guys been going back and forth. Listen, Caleb Plant has every right to be upset. He has every right to use this to his advantage, to taunt David Benavidez, because not once but twice he done lost his belt. And the reason why he said he has a right to be upset is because this was a way where he could have unified with a fight with him and Benavidez, and he could have made some decent money. Even though I think that, like G said earlier, I think they should give David Benavidez a chance to get his belt back, and then they can make that fight happen. Now, is that a fight I would like to see? Yes, that's a fight I would like to see. I think it plays out differently in two different ways. I feel like Caleb Plant. Oh, if y'all was asking me, Caleb Plant, I feel like he can outbox a David Benavidez. My thing is for how long. That's how I feel with that fight. How long? If he can withstand these punches, I always said Caleb Plant will be winning this fight as long as his face holds up. And that's how I feel about this fight. Caleb Plant will be winning this fight as long as his face holds up.
All right, G.
I agree with Trill 1000 on this one. Like, I'm saying the same thing. I'm like, stay away from David because Caleb is the only guy. Caleb's my favorite in the division, but I'm not too confident in him being the best. I think David Benavidez is the best in that division. He's the most dangerous. He has the longest reach. He has that power. And he has that speed. Caleb got the speed, the IQ, and the footwork, but again, he has to be perfect for those 12 rounds. Like, once he slows down, it's going to be too dangerous, man. It's like, I don't know if y'all ever watched those them fights with, like, the animals, like wild animals and stuff, like a tiger versus a lion. You would think a lion will win. A tiger's just that fast, and it just consistent. It just keeps hitting them with the barrages of attacks. And then the lion's just like, yo, this is too much for me, you know? And so I kind of feel like Caleb Plant is the lion in this situation. Like, yeah, you confident. You think you're going to beat him. You get in that ring, man, you realize it's a different type of beast when you messing with a tiger, man. And David's that tiger. So, man, listen, Caleb, you my mans. Just like I just said for Canelo, I'm going to say this for you. It's okay. I might call you a ducker, but it'd be one of those, you a ducker, but it's we pardon you, bro, because we understand you value your life. You got a beautiful wife. Take care, you know what I mean? Take care of you and your loved one, man. Like, don't play no games out here in these streets with David, bro.
It's a shame on a boat. Well, not I say to both of you, on you, G. Not Trill. Trill didn't say it's okay for Caleb not to take the fight. But
yo,
why is it okay for Caleb not to take the fight, but you want all the heavyweights to take all the Go ahead, man.
Listen here. I don't believe the punch. Yo, for one, heavyweights is a little different. Like, one punch, you done. In this division, it's going to require a couple more punches, which causes lasting damage. And so I'm like, yo, do you really want to go in the ring?
And there's no David
like,
in the heavyweight division.
I'll put you like this.
Do you really? I don't know. I mean, yo, that division doesn't generate the type of money that the heavyweight division generates. So it's kind of like, yo, it has to be like it's like the risk versus reward, a cost analysis. It's like, is it worth?
But they could make it generate that type of money if they fight each other.
That's the only way I'd be like, oh, Caleb, man, why not? Because the money's there. It's a pay-per-view extravaganza. But if not, man, that's too dangerous. It's just too dangerous of a fight. Because even if Caleb wins, he's not going to be the same Caleb after that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So to me, it's kind of like, yo, is it worth it? But I get it, though. He has to do this because, you know, you're a champion. So you can't look like you're ducking. That's why I was like, yo, I would forgive you personally. Me personally, I'd be like, yeah, you duck, but it's a safe duck. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm just saying, bro. Like, yo, the dude's too big.
G, this is my only thing, because, you know, G's my man, and I got a lot of love for G, but G whole fighters are different standards.
I have to.
Tyson Fury want to avoid Dillian White, though. G don't got that same energy, though.
Oh, it's a little different. I want to see undisputed. David, it's like, yo, bro, I already said, yo, Caleb, you my favorite. Best, bro. Like, it's gonna be hard. Like, my prediction, I'm still leaning towards Caleb, knowing I'm gonna lose my prediction. That's how confident I am in my loss of the prediction. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's what it is. Like, strong and wrong, baby. That's what I'm gonna say. Strong and wrong.
All right, Ned.
Man, I love it, yo. Caleb, just keep that same. I love Caleb. First, I want to say I love Caleb. I love David, yo. and this is entertaining for boxing. And I'm glad that he's talking all this mess and posting it on social media, letting David know like he ain't worried about him, and he calling David out his name. So when it go down, and if it go down, just have that, keep it an entertaining fight, Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy, yo. He a fat B on Instagram. He better be a fat B in the ring, in the press conferences, and in your face, So shout out to them, Let's make it happen.
And I think David Benavidez was also like a heavy kid who had to lose weight, so he struggled with like weight
13, bro. That's crazy.
Weight his whole life. So I really do hope that he at least gets to fight for the title again, because it's not like he had access to the gym. Even all of us, I think like it's a very low number of people that I've ran into who haven't said like I put on some pounds during the pandemic. Like everyone I know has put on weight during the pandemic because you're not taking the amount of steps, your routine's disrupted, you can't go to the gym, all types of things. Granted, he's a professional fighter, but he still should be given a chance to get the belt back. Now, Caleb Plant taunting him for not having the belt and losing the belt on the scale, I think it's fair game because Caleb's a professional. He makes weight. He does what he's supposed to do. It's a part of the game. So him doing that, I'm okay with it. Him calling out David Benavidez, I'm okay with it. For me, when the best want to fight the best, that makes boxing a beautiful sport. Benavidez, I have no doubt he wants to see Caleb Plant across the ring from him. So, it's a great thing. The unfortunate thing is I don't believe this fight will generate the money it should. This is a hell of a fight. This is a fight that, like, I want to climb to the top of the building and tell everyone, buy this damn fight. Pay for this damn fight. Like, this is the type of fight the world should see. See, you have, like, diehard boxing fans, and you have even, like, a knowledgeable casual would want to see this fight. But this is a fight that won't appeal to the casuals. And this is the fight we need the casuals to watch, which is unfortunate because they'll tune in for a fight that has a lot of hype and a lot of like press behind it, but it won't live up to the hype and the expectations. But this fight right here, the fighters aren't necessarily superstars yet, but this would be the fight that everyone should see. And so if they do fight, I hope in some ways all YouTube platforms can come together and push this, promote this. We can do what we can to help these brothers out because they deserve to be compensated as much as they can for taking that risk. Because I know I appreciate it. I know everybody else here does as well.
Yes, they definitely need to be compensated.
All right. Get back, Trill, resuming your duties.
Like and subscribe. Let us know how you feel. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. This is the Boxing Bros. Feels good to be back.
Hey, listen, man. It had some difficulties trying to close out.
I wanna see what's on your mind. You wanna see what's on my mind. Pimpin' all the time. I wanna know if you wanna be mine.